Testing, testing. If you're not working, I'm going to be super mad. We need to have another little chat. If you are new here, welcome. If you are not new here, welcome back. I'm Tara, and today I'm just going to rant. In my last video, I decided that I was going to dip my toe into a potential new niche. And just to be real, you guys roasted me in the comments. How rude. In that video, I specifically said the phrase that the reason I haven't decorated my home is because we are a one-income family. That was my incredibly polite and indirect way to say that we cannot afford it. When we bought this house, we basically bought the essentials. Like, I have a bed, I have a dresser, but we do not have bedside tables. My couch, we have a couch, but we do not have rugs. We do not have pictures. We do not have curtains. We don't have extra seating. Okay, you guys, we got the bare essentials, okay? Why? Because we cannot afford it, okay? I hate to be the type of person who talks poorly about money. However, the reality is we are a one-income home. All of you saw the video of why I quit being a flight attendant, so I know you're not surprised that we're a one-income home. Literally a month after I quit, I found out I was pregnant, and I couldn't, I guess I could find a job while I'm pregnant, but I was living in Turkey, and then we moved out of Turkey, and then, you know, I was 8 million pounds, so I didn't try to find a job. And now my son, my youngest son, is a year old, and I have been, during this time, studying to make a career change. And now that I have failed several job interviews, I don't want to do that career anymore. It really made me realize I wanted to do something else, which that's a tangent on its own. Back to topic. Y'all are rude. Y'all are rude. I really don't want to be the type of person who comes on here and says oh, poor me. I'm really not looking for sympathy. I'm really happy with the way our lives are. It's just that what extra income we do have, which thank God we are lucky enough to have extra income, we put a lot of that towards doing activities with our kids. We take them places that it costs money to go to museums and have really cool indoor playgrounds, or we travel, or we, go eat as a family places. Not that often. We do a lot of cooking at home. And we also allow our older son, who is 4, to try out new sports and things like that. So we're not broke, but we're just choosing how to spend our money in particular ways. Plus, we also have student loans and we have debts to pay off. I mean, that's just where the priorities lie at the moment. I'm not making this video because I'm mad. I'm not mad at the mean comments that came my way. I just want to say that your mean comments made me question my entire existence. So thank you. What ended up happening was I got those mean comments about my house looking bad, and I got the comments about my room crying. And I started to look around my house, how can I fix it? What can I do? And I just got so overwhelmed, and I realized my whole life is kind of not together. Let me explain. Okay, I've already explained a little bit that I was taking some classes and trying to learn a new skill so that I could go on to a new career. My husband really pushed me to do this because I did have an interest. Okay, I'm sort of interested, but he does the same job. So he was like, it's definitely a win. You should totally do this. And learning it made me feel smart. However, I don't really think it's my true area of interest. I am a visual girl. I love design, interior design. I love houses. I love fashion. I love beauty. I love the things in life that make you feel really good about yourself. Now, I'm also a perfectionist, and if you know that being a perfectionist means that you want it done absolutely perfectly, or you're just not going to do it at all. And all of this is just me not doing it at all. Looking around my house, trying to figure out what to do first to make things better, just made me realize, like, I am so not together and so far from where I want to be. And to be honest, mom's way in, like, I'm sure you can relate. Ever since I had kids, like ever since my first kid came along 4.5 years ago, I feel like everything that made me, like everything that I identified to be myself, kind of fizzled away. And I was definitely taught growing up that once you have kids, your life is over. And part of my problem with my own like quest for happiness in life is that I have been trying to fight that you can't have interests, you can't have hobbies because you have kids. Like, I just don't believe that to be true. I just like want to fight against that so hard. So my point is, all the things that make me me seem to be gone. And since it's January and everyone's making videos about what their New Year's resolution is and how they're going to be in 2024, my mission right now is just to find me again. It's made me question, like, okay, well, if you don't know who you are now, if you have fizzled out, like, what do you want to bring back? Who are you? Like, what did you used to be that you still want to be? And what did you used to be that you no longer want to be? Before I had kids, I was someone who was very interested in my health and nutrition. I prided myself on being someone who was both artistic and sporty. And I used to be someone who did yoga, and I used to run. I was never a marathon runner. Okay, guys, I'm only 5 feet tall. I just don't have like the length for it. But I used to run like 3 or 4 times a week. And during those runs, I ran like 2 to 3 miles, which, you know, is pretty good for someone who's like not really a runner. I would love to do yoga again. I would love to be active again. But the thing is that this time I want it to be for myself. And that doesn't seem to be as motivating because I am like actually happy with who I am, despite not knowing who I am. This is like an existential crisis, okay? I used to really care about my nutrition because I wanted to be considered someone who was pretty, someone who was attractive, and that mattered a lot to me because I was single and wanted a partner. I now have a partner that I love, and I'm happy with that. So really, like, I don't care that much about being an attractive person to others, but I still want to feel attractive to myself, and I want to look really nice in clothes. And I don't look nice in clothes anymore. Not only do I not look nice in clothes anymore, but I mostly just wear like sweaters and like jeans or exercise clothes because nothing really fits me well because I am bigger than I've ever been. And I blame my children. No, just kidding. They're totally innocent. But like in both of my pregnancies, I gained about 50 pounds. And I did lose a little bit of weight in between there. So I'm not just like a whole 100 pounds heavier than I used to be, but I am heavier than I used to be. And, you know, I'm not as confident in my body as I was before. And I would like to change that because while I don't think you have to be thin or even really fit to be beautiful, but truthfully, I don't know how to dress for my body anymore. And maybe I need to learn that. And maybe I can do that while I'm focusing on my health because health is still important to me. And the reason that health is still important to me is because I want to live a long time and I want to feel good while I'm living. Most importantly, right now with my young kids, I really want to be able to go to the playground with them and keep up. I know that I'm not going to be able to keep up with my husband because he is an athlete on his own and he you know, he runs and plays and plays rough with the kids, and that's great. But I don't want them to think I'm lazy or I am weak. And I want them to be like, yeah, mom can hold her own. Like, mom keeps up with us, you know, like that's what I'm looking for. And I do not want this channel to become all about weight loss. Like, I feel like I didn't want to make my channel about weight loss because it does weigh so heavily on my mental health, having to like check in with my audience and having to tell you guys like I didn't lose any weight this week. I'm on a journey to become a better person, a better version of me, a better mom, a better partner, a better Tara. And if you guys will just let me have a little bit of breathing room here in my corner of the internet, I would happily take you guys along with that journey. And that will probably include my fitness goals. And it will also include like what I'm using, like what I'm reading to better my mind, what I'm listening to as inspiration. And yes, when it comes time, it will probably include my interior design choices as well as my fashion choices. Because when I am feeling good about myself again, I will want to go shopping. I will want to buy nicer clothes and not be in sweatshirts all the time. So, thank you all for being so rude to me in the comments on my last video. You've made me have an epiphany that I am going to use to make myself better. That's it for me. I hope you all have a great day, and I will see you tomorrow where we are all better than we were yesterday. Bye.